My name is Captain Jonathan Mercer, and this is the story of the night I encountered the Black Marlin, a ghost ship that haunted the deepest waters of the Atlantic. The memory of that fateful night is one that will haunt me until my dying breath, for what I witnessed defied all logic and left an indelible mark on my soul. The night was eerily calm as the north wind sailed under a moonless sky, the stars obscured by thick, rolling clouds. We were en route from Portsmouth to New York, a routine journey I'd made countless times. But something felt off, a creeping unease that settled over the crew and myself like a shroud. It started with the fog, a dense, impenetrable mist that swallowed the ship whole. The lanterns barely pierced the gloom, their light reduced to faint, glowing orbs. The crew whispered of bad omens, their voices hushed with fear, but I dismissed their concerns. After all, I was a man of the sea, and the sea held no terrors for me. Or so I thought. As the fog thickened, a shape emerged from the murk, barely visible at first. I strained my eyes, trying to make sense of it. It was another ship, but not just any ship. The vessel was enormous, its hull towering above the water, covered in barnacles and draped in seaweed like a shroud. It sailed silently, without a single ripple disturbing the still water. My heart pounded as I realized what it was, a ghost ship. The crew gasped in terror as the ship drew closer, its details becoming clearer. The Black Marlin. I'd heard tales of her, a cursed ship lost at sea centuries ago, doomed to sail the oceans for eternity. But I had never believed the stories. Until now. The Black Marlin glided alongside us, its decks eerily empty. The sails, tattered and torn, billowed in a wind we could not feel. And then, from the darkness, figures emerged, phantoms of men long dead. Their hollow eyes stared through us, their faces twisted in expressions of anguish and despair. They were the lost souls of the Black Marlin's crew, trapped between life and death, forever bound to their cursed ship. A cold wind swept across the deck of the Northwind, and the temperature plummeted. The crew huddled together, their breath visible in the frigid air. I tried to rally them, to remind them that we were alive, but my voice faltered. The words caught in my throat as a figure appeared at the helm of the Black Marlin, a ghostly captain, his face gaunt and pale, his eyes burning with an otherworldly light. He pointed a skeletal finger at me, and in that moment, I felt the weight of his curse. The Black Marlin was not just a ship, it was a harbinger of doom, seeking to claim the souls of those who crossed its path. I knew then that we were doomed, trapped in the grip of a force beyond our understanding. The fog thickened, swallowing the Black Marlin once more, but the dread lingered. The crew was in a frenzy, their fear palpable. And then, without warning, the Black Marlin vanished, as if it had never been there. The fog lifted, and the night was calm once more. But the damage had been done. The crew was broken, their spirits shattered by the encounter. In the days that followed, the crew began to disappear, one by one, without a trace. It was as if the Black Marlin had marked them, claiming them as its own. I searched every inch of the ship, but there was no sign of them. Only their empty cabins, their belongings left behind as if they'd simply vanished into thin air. Now, as I sit alone in my cabin, the last of the crew, I can feel the pull of the Black Marlin. I know it is only a matter of time before it comes for me too. The night is calm, but I can hear the faint sound of a ship's bell in the distance, growing louder with each passing moment. The Black Marlin is coming, and there is no escape.